Members of the Spiritual Baptist Church mourn the loss of their leader. Barbados tries to get more access for its products in Canada. And in sports, Sri Lanka are the new kings of T20 cricket.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Good evening, I'm Michelle Arthur with the Sunday, April 6th edition of the CBC Evening News. Prime Minister Frendel Stewart says Barbados is following the ongoing events in Venezuela. He made the comment this afternoon following an address to the Inter-American Press Association at the Hilton, Barbados. In response to a question from a Venezuelan national attending the meeting, he also disclosed that talks are planned with the Venezuela ambassador for this week.
I don't think that the restlessness on the streets of Venezuela is for anybody's comfort, and I would certainly like to see an end brought to that. And I can assure you this, if there is anything that Barbados can do to end that situation and to help the country to settle down so that the elected government of Venezuela can get on with its work, Barbados will use its good offices in that regard.
Mrs. Stewart says both countries have enjoyed a good relationship for decades.
Barbados and Venezuela have a quite normal relationship today. In fact, this very week I am meeting with the Venezuelan ambassador to Barbados to discuss matters of mutual interest to both Barbados and Venezuela. You say democracy is under threat in Venezuela. We have an ambassador in Venezuela, and I usually have to receive her assessment. She's on the spot of what is going on in Venezuela.
One of Barbados' leading religious leaders has passed away. His Holiness the Patriarch Archbishop Dr. Granville Williams, the head of the Sons of God Apostolic Spiritual Baptist Church, died today at his home in Ealing Park, Christchurch.
As news gradually spread about his passing, scores of people, mostly of the Spiritual Baptist faith, quickly gathered at the Christchurch home to mourn the loss of their spiritual leader. Some members of the church were inconsolable as his body was removed from the scene. A few members remembered the life of their spiritual leader.
A very, very good man. No matter what people will say, he's a very, very good man.
Can't call many people friend, but I call him friend, and I make no apologies for that.
Strictly fungus members, I couldn't do that. I couldn't pick one.
In recent years, Archbishop Williams has taken occasional breaks from his regular duties because of ill health. Over the years, Archbishop Williams has been more commonly associated with the blessing and ceremonial delivery of the last canes at the start of the annual Crop Over Gala. Archbishop Williams lived in Trinidad and Tobago for 16 years, where he witnessed the local spiritual Baptists. Upon returning to Barbados, he held the first open-air meeting in Oistins, Christchurch. Due to a well-received response in Barbados, he quickly established the Jerusalem Apostolic Spiritual Baptist Church in Ealing Grove. This church was quickly followed by Zion at Richmond Gap. However, in recent years, Archbishop Williams has been battling health issues. In an interview some years ago, he reflected on his call to ministry.
This voice then chilled my blood. Besides my Father, there is none greater than I am in heaven or in earth. And I knew it was something beyond me, and it could be the Lord speaking. So immediately I got on my knees, and I said, well, Lord, what have you got to tell me? He said, I am come to teach you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I'm going to send you to teach men.
Archbishop Granville Williams, dead at the age of 90. Ryan Broom for CBC News.
Renewed efforts are on to get a bigger share of the market for our Barbadian products in Canada. This is one of the goals of Consul General to Toronto, Ainsley Benn. Mr. Benn made the disclosure on his arrival to the island yesterday with a team from the Chum FM Breakfast in Barbados promotion. The Consul General says right now only a few Barbadian products are on the shelves, including biscuits and drinks. He says more work has to be done with the BIDC to develop branded products for export to Canada to boost the island's foreign exchange earnings.
Whenever they have functions, and there have been many functions that I've attended Every time you sit down with 300, 400, 500 people in a room, the first thing they do is ask for Barbados hot sauce. And there's tremendous potential if we can get the BIDC to work closely with the Maze and the Dalish and the Super Blend and those people, not to bring them the individual manufacturer's product, but to have a Barbadian product. And I think this is where BIDC could work very closely with those manufacturers and have a Barbadian product, a Barbadian branded product.
The Consul General also wants a dedicated trade desk established in the overseas office.
A desk in the consulate. We have a desk for liaison, we have a desk for BTA and a desk for invest. We can have a desk for trade as well, and we can develop that. So we're looking for opportunities to help to bring in foreign exchange and to expand business in the country.
And over 75 prize winners have arrived in the island for the 29th Chum 104.5 FM Breakfast in Barbados promotion. Among the activities this year is a concert featuring international artists Enrique Iglesias, Pitbull and the group Magic on April 10th at the Holders House. One of the morning show's hosts, Marlon Dennis, says interest in the event continues to grow annually. She notes that promotions for the event start a year in advance.
I think more and more people, though, when they hear our promotion, they want to come down and be a part of it. And every year, more and more people want to be a part of the Chum FM Breakfast in Barbados team.
I think Chum FM helped put Barbados on the map. I really do.
Some of the prize winners also spoke about their expectations.
It's the first time, and we're super, super excited.
Super excited.
Just actually the entertainment, meeting Marilyn and everybody, and the beach. And
first time in 10 years away together,
yeah.
So it'll be wonderful to be out here.
It'll be a
and
nice
have fun.
experience to be in Barbados. We hear it's a beautiful, beautiful island.
Despite fairly high production costs, the island's main cooking competition continues to hold its own. Producer of the Junior Jolin Challenge, Peter Edie, told reporters the $5,000 per segment cost in the current economic environment has impacted the event, but he says the show must go on. This year, 11 teams from 9 secondary schools will battle for the top prize of a chance to represent Barbados in the Caribbean Cooking Challenge in August and a trip to the culinary competition in Miami. Mr. Edie credits the sponsors for their continued commitment to the competition over the past 9 years. He also noted that the competition has attracted sponsorship from the Lycan Culinary School in the United States.
We had some coming on and going off. This year we also have coming in the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union. They came in and they're sponsoring the big race as well. So we have some new people coming in. But it is, as you can see here, it's a big setup. It's a very expensive. It's 5 cameras, a lighting crew, it's a sound crew, it's script. It's a really expensive thing to do. Each program can cost in the region of $5,000 to produce one program. So it is challenging, but we continue to go on.